Hi everyone, I'm Sangwoo Kim. After finding out significant regression coefficients, you need to analyze residuals to check whether they satisfy basic assumptions. In the previous video, I showed you how to get regression coefficients and residuals by Excel add-in analysis tool. And also, I showed you how to get residuals and standard residuals and standardized residuals manually. In this video, I want to share how to analyze residuals by Durbin-Watson-Statistics and QQ-plot to test whether residuals have no correlation and also they follow normal distribution. Let's start from Durbin-Watson-Statistics. Right, so I added one more column here. This is the Durbin-Watson-Statistic. So we need to calculate residual minus reg 1 of residual and square it. Alright, and for numerator part, sum of all values and divide by the VSQ. This one. Right, 2.47. First autocorrelation. I'm not going to dig in first autocorrelation in this video, but the reason why I want to calculate autocorrelation is that in our program to get Durbin-Watson statistic and p-value, you need to install car package and activate the library, and then you can do Durbin-Watson test. In this case, you can see this autocorrelation. Just I want to show you how to get this autocorrelation. All right. So if you are familiar with Excel function, you can get autocorrelation by this formula: sum products and offset. Reference here data set, and we are not going to change row and column, so 0 0, and heights should be 11 because total number of observation, and minus 1, so 11, and comma offset. Again, reference data here, and 1 because we consider reg 1, so that's why we need to change it as 1, and no column change, so 0, and comma, and 11, and closed form, and divide by residual square, so the VSQ. And to consider and to apply array form, you need to press Ctrl Shift Enter together. So Ctrl Shift Enter. Right. So as you can see, we get same statistic 2.47 here. First autocorrelation minus 0.4398 here. Right. And according to our result, the p-value is 0.544, which means that we don't have enough evidence to reject null hypothesis. So alternative hypothesis is rho is not equal to 0. So p-value is 0.5, so we accept H0, which means that rho is 0. So we can say that there is no significant correlation. So this is how we interpret Durbin-Watson statistic. So the middle point is 2, right? So once we have Durbin-Watson statistic from 0 to 2, it means that there is a positive correlation. And over 2 until 4, if we have the Watson statistic, it means that the data residual residuals have negative correlation. Okay. You also can get Durbin statistic by using DESC tools, descriptive tools. So if you do Durbin test, you can get this one. So same Durbin statistic, p-value is different because hypothesis is different from this one. So also the p-value is 0.738, and alternative hypothesis is true autocorrelation is greater than 0. So it means that we cannot reject null hypothesis. So we can say that there is no correlation in residual. Okay, move on. QQ plot. QQ plot is a visualized way to see whether the data has normal distribution. So we want to check standardized residual has normal distribution like this way. So let's move on to this spreadsheet and let's copy and paste here. All right. So I would like to make the same graph by using this actual residual, right? In R, if you use plot function and change option as which is equal to 2, you can draw a normal QQ plot. So the x-axis is theoretical quantiles and the y-axis is standardized residuals. So in order to get this graph, you need to sort this data. So data and sorts, and we want to sort by standardized residual from smallest to largest. Okay, and give an ID. Okay, and in order to get theoretical quantiles, we need to use this formula. So ordered ID minus 0.5 and over n is number of observations, so 12. All right. So for theoretical quantiles, we need to use norm distribution, norm.s.inv, and probability, this one. Okay, so we need to use these two columns. So insert and choose scatter plot here and select data. So yeah, column B, and while we are pressing Control and choose column D. Okay, right. So as you can see, this graph is different from this one, right? Because Excel choose the left column as x-axis and the right column goes to y-axis. So we need to change it. So again, select data and click edit and change x values. Well, so this one, and y value from standardized residual, and OK. So let's remove reference line here. Alright, so as you can see, we have same output, but the only difference is that we don't have a reference line here, right? So in QQ plot, to draw a reference line, we need to calculate 25th and 75th percentiles. So it means that it's same as first quartile and third quartile. So from sample data, residual, we can calculate first quartile and third quartile. So QUARTILE.INC, this one, and comma 1. For third quartile, QUARTILE.INC, comma 3. Right. So from theoretical quantiles, we need to use 25ths and 75ths. So again, same. This one and this one. Right. So to draw a line, we need to know intercept and slope. So firstly, let's calculate slope first. So slope can be calculated by this formula. So y2, this one, minus y1, and over, and x2 minus x1. Right? For intercept, we can calculate y minus slope multiplied by x. So y, this one, minus slope multiplied by x. Alright, and then as you can see, the scale is from minus 2 to 2. So let's think about minus 2 and 2. Okay, and to find out a y value, so we need to use intercepts plus slope multiplied by minus 2. And again, for 2, we can use intercepts plus slope multiplied by 2, this one. Right. So we need to draw, in order to draw a line, so let's firstly make a scatter plot here, and its xy needs to be changed. Okay. All right, and to draw a line, so let's add a trend line here. Okay. Yep, the final task is to overlap this line into this graph. So it's a kind of Excel technique. So please follow me. So firstly, click this graph and press Ctrl C, and click this theoretical quantiles and press Ctrl V. Right? So sorry. Yeah, so it's the same, right? Yeah, so as I showed you, it's a little bit very manual. There are many manual works, but we can draw QQ plot in Excel manually. So again, in summary, we need to sort out standardized residual, and we need to calculate theoretical quantiles. So we can simply draw scatter plot here, and also in order to draw this reference line, we need to calculate this part and overlap these two data points with trend line, and just overlap, copy and paste on in this graph. Then we can get normal QQ plot for standardized residual. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Please click and subscribe my YouTube channel for me to upload more useful videos. Thank you.